We've just spent a week on Wonder of the Seas. It's her maiden voyage, and oh man, what a fantastic time it was. It's always special to be on a maiden voyage. One, I like knowing I'm the first person other than maybe a contractor or something to stay in the bed. You know, it makes me feel special. But it's a really neat experience getting to see the new features of a ship, the new entertainment that's on board a ship, and it's a totally different atmosphere. Not just because you get a free tote bag or something, free tote bag.
Bags are nice.
So it was a great sailing on Wonder of the Seas, and it's the last night, which is always sad. But we thought, well, let's go over real quick some of the highlights. That'll make us feel better about the fact that we're going to be on land for a few weeks now. So. Yeah, we're kind of doing this a little bit off the cuff, some off the cuff. So we have notes that we're going to be checking.
Yeah,
but we've each got 3 things that that are the highlights for us on this the maiden voyage of Wonder of the Sea. So Larissa, why don't you start off with number 3? I'm going to adjust your microphone here. There we go.
Sorry about that. Yeah, and I want to say this isn't like in any particular order necessarily. It's not a ranking, just 3 things.
Ranking.
So I'll start with the third one first. Wonderland Bar. That was one of mine. So first explain a little bit, I guess, about what Wonderland is.
So Wonderland is a kind of an Alice in Wonderland themed restaurant, and on the Oasis class ships, there's actually a bar on the level right above there. So you get the advantage of a restaurant and a bar, but kind of separated, giving you the opportunity to enjoy the bar at Wonderland without committing to a meal. Maybe you love the meal at Wonderland, but you want to hang out in the bar.
Go back. Yeah.
What is it about the bar that you find really cool on this show?
Oh, so they have some interesting drinks. So a lot of the stuff about Wonderland, the restaurant, and also the bar is the presentation of the drinks. There's some called smoke rings that I think is pretty cool.
They use the smoke gun thing.
And smoke rings like the caterpillar. It's all Alice in Wonderland stuff. So yeah, that's pretty neat. It's also the one on this particular ship, unlike the others that we've been to. It's only on Oasis class that they have the bar, but on this ship they actually have like an entrance that's an archway with
it's very pretty.
It's like flowers. Yeah. So
this is where I insert that in the video, or where I sit editing and go, how did I not get a video or a picture of that? Only you'll know.
Yeah. So I thought the entranceway was really neat. You can actually look down into the restaurant, and the waiters all
Larissa likes looking down on people.
I like looking from a balcony and watching people eat, apparently.
The peasants. So let's see. Let's look again. Notes here. I know. So my number 3 is going to be View Bar. Now we did another video that I put out on YouTube at the very beginning of the sailing of like the first 3 things, the big 3 things that I noticed that were different about Wonder, especially compared to other Oasis class, though not necessarily exclusively. And one of them was View Bar, because Oasis class ships are really neat, but you don't get views of the ocean from as many places as you do on other ships. I mean, this is just so massive and wide, and yet here we are on the second deck of the promenade, and there are no windows. So the View Bar is opposite the Cantilever Solarium, up on the Cantilever Whirlpool by the Solarium, if you've ever been on an Oasis class ship. And it's cantilevered over the side from deck 15, I believe it is, with panoramic views of the ocean. There's a really colorful covering sort of thing. And it's just a pretty place. Nice breeze. I think that's my favorite.
The ocean. I love the
yes, and there's little not just the bar, but there's like little not bistro tables, but a little table and chairs sit around. That was my favorite outdoor bar, and one of my favorite spots outside on maybe my favorite spot outside on Wonder of the Seas. So Larissa, what's your number 2?
Yeah, my next one is not a bar, so not all of these are bars. It'll be that would be the Country Crew Trio. Country Crew Trio.
Yes.
Yeah. I kept messing up the name of the band. So they're a band that plays in the Mason Jar, which is a new venue that is unique to this ship. They do country music, which is interesting because it's not really our cup of tea in terms of like the genre. But they were so good and so talented, and they have a stand-up bass, which I like a lot.
Better than a lay-down bass any day of the week.
They also learned.
It's a fact.
They learned 2 songs that requests like on the fly. Like I asked for a song yesterday. They said we don't do that one, but that's a really good request. We're going to learn it.
Yeah. Ding Dong the Witch is Dead.
No, my favorite country song, Ding Dong the Witch is Dead. Oh, and Matt got them to play Rocky Top, Tennessee. Matt
and Rocky Top.
Matt and Rocky Top.
So yeah, you know what? I agree. I thought that was. I thought they were really great. Probably my favorite live entertainment, live music entertainment on board this ship. And yeah, we're definitely not country people. They were just.
We were blown away. They were so good.
Notch. So let's see. My next one, my number 2. Our notes got locked. The Solarium. So actually, right next to the View Bar. The Solarium on Royal Caribbean ships is usually a covered or somewhat covered, adults-only pool area. Now on Oasis-class ships, it's all the way forward, but this one is different. And that's because, one, it's just deeper, it's bigger in general, and it's completely enclosed with like clear panels, right? And actually those panels are similar to the panels on the Celebrity Edge series over their Solarium, where they actually are like 2 layers of plastic and they vent it so it doesn't get hot. I'm getting nerdy. But I just like the consistency of a climatized area, and the layout of it is amazing. They've got a lovely pool and some big hot tubs. You have the wings if you want to walk outside. The bar isn't covered, like it's covered, it's indoors, but it doesn't have like a top to it, so everything just feels really open. And again, adult-only space, that's nice. You can go whether you're going to read a book, hang out in the pool, have a drink. My favorite Solarium. I always said that my favorite Solarium was actually Symphony of the Seas, and because of the Big Wonder. Really cool. But yeah, now it's this one.
Yeah, that's great.
So Larissa, what's your next one?
My next one would be Tap Factory, the show that we watched today in the theater. I thought it was pretty spectacular. I love the variety of it. So there's tap dancing in it, as the name implies, but there's also like kind of drumming. There, like a percussion type of show. There was a contortionist that was amazing. I've never seen anything like that in my life. A
contortionist so good that I would say some people maybe weirded out by it. That was wild.
So good. And there was a hand balancer, and then there was like actual more dancing that was kind of like more jazz-like, even though it was with the tap shoes. So I loved just the variety that they took you through across the show. The set design was also really cool. I liked what they did with the background with that screen where it looks like you're going forward, because it's like a factory.
Yeah, that's true. Because all high definition projection, high contrast.
Yeah, I thought it was amazing. So I was very impressed with the show.
That was really neat. Yeah, I liked the variety within it, right? Because before seeing it, I was like, all right, tap dancing, I guess that's cool. But there was like a little kind of classical tap dancing, somewhat, and then there was like more of a stomp-like thing. And then you had the contortionist, you had an aerialist. He was amazing. It was just they put so much stuff in that, I don't know, I just kept going, oh my God,
what's going to happen next?
What's next? That was really neat. That was in the main theater, the Royal Theater, which is a spectacular venue. As a totally separate thing, really cool. So my number 1, I think our last one. Oh, yes. Mason Jar. All right, so similar to the band Country Crew Trio in Mason Jar, we're like, we're not country people, we like the band. Mason Jar, the restaurant, I loved it. It is my favorite restaurant in the Royal Caribbean Fleet, and I am someone, we're both vegetarian, we eat fish sometimes.
Which was interesting.
We're vegetarian, and we don't eat a lot of fried or really heavy food. And you think, well, it's a southern restaurant, how did you eat? Oh my God, really well.
The cornbread alone, they bring it before
I'd be fine just with that cornbread.
I would have paid the cover charge just for the cornbread.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we had a lot of sides, and we were able to, there were some fish options that we ate, because we do eat fish. And even though actually there is one vegetarian option, which you had, I had the fish, you had the vegetarian pot pie.
Yeah, which is just chicken pot pie without the chicken. But
basically we're able to make it vegetarian, but it's kind of rare.
It is. But I'll tell you, and you say, oh, well, that's only one vegetarian option, or maybe.
But then there's a bunch of sides. You can make a meal out of easily.
I would have been so content if I just had all of the sides and the appetizers. I mean, they had a great pimento cheese.
Fried green tomatoes.
Yes.
I really
liked. Oh man.
Everything was so good.
And there's some good signature cocktails in there too.
Oh yeah.
And by the way, so now you're thinking, well, Billy, is it a bar? Is it a restaurant? Yes, there's a bar and a lounge area, and then there's a restaurant. And at the bar, you can order food there. It's a specialty restaurant. So you can eat there. But late at night, it goes to a small, a pared down a la carte menu where you can get some of these things for a couple bucks. So if you say, you know what, I want to try that, but I don't want to commit to I think it's $50.
$50 cover for the whole meal. You could get
No
just the
problem.
cornbread actually at the bar, a la carte.
Will they do that? I thought that was like just a free thing. Like you got to order something, they'll give you the cornbread.
Maybe, but I, feel
I have a feeling. I have a feeling if you ask
We'll have to
nicely
look this up.
and like get a piece of pie.
We'll go up there and find out after this, and then we'll correct ourselves in the comments.
But yeah, I love Mason jar. It's just so different than anything Royal Caribbean has ever done in terms of aesthetic, in terms of the theme, the cuisine. It is.
It's
I've been hard on Royal about food sometimes.
Yeah, and
But
honestly,
this was. Oh, they totally redeemed themselves.
Yeah, they nailed it. It's different than I think anything I've seen on any cruise ship. I've never seen another Southern theme restaurant on a cruise ship, and the execution is perfect. Like it's so good.
We're going to be doing another video coming up later, probably, unless I edit that one first, that actually talks about some of the things on the ship that were going to be different or that are different because this ship was originally going to be in the Asian market, and try and guess what the mason jar was supposed to be.
Oh,
We'll
yes,
talk about
I remember now.
that. So, anyway, thank you for doing this list with me.
Oh, thank you for having me.
I mean, we're married. I didn't have a choice.
Okay.
But,
thank you for watching.
Yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you've been following along with my content, anyone else, there are a whole bunch of bloggers and vloggers on this Maiden Voyage, or maybe you were on the sailing. Let us know in the comments what your favorite parts of Wonder of the Seas are that you experienced or that you're looking forward to. And of course, you can always reach out anywhere on social media or over at cruisehabit.com with any cruise questions. Happy to answer your questions, whether it's about Wonder of the Seas, you name it. You're okay. We're on a cruise ship. We're all hanging out. It's okay. So yeah, reach out with any questions you have, and be sure to like, subscribe, please. It would mean the world to me, and we look forward to talking ship with you again real soon.